Once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, this video is a late night, very late night show. I figured nobody would probably be up at this time, but I'm making this video in response to, you can see in the description box, this is about Bitcoin and travel stocks taking flight and the lesson learned. So as you guys and girls already know, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, hit that like, comment, and share button. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, you are now tuned into the Investor Show. As always, this is your gracious host, the Prince of Investing, Prince Dykes, coming to you guys and girls live all the way from the beautiful city and state of Denver, Colorado. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, comment, and share button. And as always, I don't have a lot of time, and I definitely know you guys and girls don't have a lot of time, so we're going to jump straight into it. So it's it is 1 a.m. in the morning in Denver, Colorado right now, meaning that on the East Coast, it's about 3 a.m., meaning on the West Coast is about 11 a.m. This is a very late night show that I figured nobody will be on live, but if you are live, definitely hit that comment button and tell me where you're checking in from. But I don't think anybody will be live today, so that's why I kind of thought I'd come on here on a late night show and sneaking in. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to first talk about market recapitalization. Market recapitalization is recapitalization when money is moving out of one place and moving into another place. If you remember on this show last year, 2020, we had the pandemic that came out of nowhere, like a gush of wind, like the black swan that always happened to the market. And when that black swan came, you seen airlines fall to their knees. You seen tech stocks fall to their, everything fell to their knees, right? But this is what happened. People moved out of airline stocks because, hey, which airline is going to go bankrupt? People moved out of airlines. People moved out of travel stocks. People moved out of restaurant stocks, all those things, right? And people moved into tech. Tech had a very great year led by Apple and Tesla. Apple and Tesla started in springtime, became a darling, and they did stock splits, and everybody was all excited. Tesla was the talk of the town, tripling and doubling and tripling and doubling. Apple was the big company that went up to $500, did a 5-to-1 stock split. If I'm recalling correctly, I think it did a 5-to-1. It was at $500. It went down to $100, and everybody was all happy, right? Same thing with Tesla. I think Tesla did a 4-for-1 or 1-for-4 or 1-for-8, if I'm not mistaken on that. They did a stock split. The whole thing was tech was the hot thing last year. Everybody threw away. Everybody moved out of capital, out of travel stock. We saw Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett sold all his airline stocks. Everybody moved out of airline and moved to tech. As Buffett and Berkshire moved out of airlines, you saw everybody start to say how great Apple was, because we know Berkshire Hathaway is like one of the largest shareholders in Apple. So as he moved out of travel, everybody moved into tech. Everybody said, hey, tech is the way. What is Elon Musk is going to do? What is what's his name over there? Tim Cook. What is he going to do at Apple? What is Elon Musk going to do with Tesla? So those became the darlings of 2020. You seen everybody lead travel. So on this channel, you see me talk over and over doing financial breakdowns of Southwest Airlines and how the government put stock warranties on Southwest Airlines. So what that meant was everybody was moving out of travel, moving to tech. Now, when people move out of one thing and go to another, that's when I start to look at what everybody's moving out of. I said, why is everybody moving out of travel? Do we think we won't travel again? Do we think travel is dead? No, everybody just was scared and everybody ran away, right? They left the tech stocks on the ground. They left the travel stocks on the ground and picked up tech. Fine. That was 2020. That was the picture. Wasn't a bad deal. But as you know, I made content over and over and over and over and over as we looked at airlines, we looked at the burn rates, we looked at the 10Q reports, we looked at the finances, because we knew we was going to be flying again once things took back off. Now, let's forward to 2021. Let's look at the picture now. As we're nearing the end of the first quarter of 2021, we're seeing the NASDAQ barely be positive. We're seeing the S&P 500 up by 2%. But guess who is running 2021? Guess who is running 2021, ladies and gentlemen? The person who is running 2021 is Drum roll, please. Oh my God, I'm knocking my stuff over. But drum roll, please. The person who's running 2021 is travel, right? Everybody's looking at travel, how travel has become the darling pinking that nobody thought about. How in the world does that happen? Travel. So let's take a look right here as I'm sharing my screen. So if you pay attention to my screen and you look at JET, JET, for airline and travel, you will see it is. I'm sorry, I'm had to hit my microphone here. My microphone stand. Need a better setup probably. But let's go to charts. We look at the ETF JETS, Jets. J as in Jack, E as in Etna, T as in Tango, S as in Sierra. So it is $27 today. If you remember last year, this thing was down to $15 or whatever. So let's look at it so far this year. So far this year, let me go back. Where's this year at? I think it's right here. So you look at so far this year, you're going to see Jet started out at $21. It went from $21 all the way up to $27, which is a 35% return. 35% return for 28% return to be exact on JETS. That's the entire travel industry, right? So this is something we talked about all the time last year, and it kind of had its ups and downs, and it went down, Southwest Airlines, American Airlines, all those good things like that. But let's go to holdings. You go here to holdings and you scroll down. I'm on Yahoo Finance. You can see this has Southwest Airlines, American Airlines, Delta, United Airlines, Alaska, JetBlue, Air Canada, all these different travel stocks. You see now you can go in and you type in Southwest, which is LUV. Southwest Airlines. You look at Southwest Airlines itself. It is up as well, 35% so far this year. And another sleeper is Six Flags, right? You look at Six Flags, people anticipating, it had a horrible year last year. You look at Six Flags, it's up 51% so far this year, right? So you go to the chart here and you go to chart and you tap on the YTD. Once this interact chart decides to load up, you go to YTD, which is the year to date, and you look at Six Flags right here, and you can see it started the year off at what? $34. No, it's not really 51. It's about from $34, yeah, $34 all the way to $50 so far as of close of Friday. So you look at Six Flags, you look at the travel industry, Carnival Cruise Lines, all these travel stocks are the darlings that nobody's really kind of talking about, but have taken off this year. Now, with that said, what is the lesson learned? Ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind, everybody threw away travel, picked up tech. This year, everybody is throwing away tech, picking up travel so far. So what does this tell you? I never was an airline investor. I never was a travel person. It got on my radar because everybody was throwing it away. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm saying all this to say, last year, if you picked up travel when everybody was throwing it away, you're a happy person in 2021. Now that everybody's throwing away travel, now that everybody's throwing away tech and picking up travel, you'll be a happy person if you started to go and pick up the tech stocks. So while everybody is where's, now if I'm in travel, I'm starting to consider, is it time to sell? Have they reached their peak? Are they going back? Is everybody anticipating, hey, we got the vaccination going out. The vaccination is about to vaccinate everybody. Everybody's going to get back on the road. Everybody's going to start traveling, going back to business. We know when the economy opens back up, which is a lot of states already open back up, people are going to start traveling again. Now they're throwing away tech. Now I'm looking at tech. And this is a lesson you can learn from last year when everybody was high on Apple and Tesla and everybody was throwing away airline and travel stocks. That was the time to pick them up. Now this year, everybody's high on travel, throwing away tech stocks. You look at Apple, which is down like 9% so far this year. Tesla, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure they're down so far this year. NASDAQ is struggling. It's probably down so far this year. This is where I'm rotating into. All these good tech companies that everybody's just throwing away because now they're overvalued. Now they're no good. Everybody, blah, blah, blah. Even though Apple is $126 and it's like the largest company in the world with $1 trillion, with hundreds of millions and billions of dollars in cash, everybody's throwing it away. So my thing is, as the markets start to recapitalize, as money flows somewhere else, wherever they're leaving, I start to pick up and see, why are people leaving this? Why is this such a bad thing? And you can take that lesson that you learned from last year. Also, let's look at cryptocurrency. Everybody know Bitcoin. I'm not a Bitcoiner. I'm not a Bitcoin person, but I have invested $1,000 in earlier this year in the Bitcoin. Speculated. I would say I speculated on Bitcoin. I don't understand it. I don't understand it all the way, but I know it's here to stay. What changed my mind on it was I see it becoming institutionalized. And what I mean by institutionalized, when you have institutional investors, banks, and people starting to get behind it, that's when I know, okay, well, this is probably going to be around. I don't know what it's going to become. I'm going to speculate that, hey, you know what? I can put some money there today that I can speculate on, because I think it's going to be here in some type of way, some form of fashion, right? So, Bitcoin, you look at, as everybody's rotating into cryptocurrency. And I love what James said, Uncle James said on the show. He said cryptocurrency is the index for America's irresponsibility. I'm probably quoting it wrong, but something along those lines. As we put out these new stimulus checks, guess what? The more things that we do irresponsible as an economy, you're seeing cryptocurrencies take off. Every time we put out these big stimulus checks and these big stimulus packages, boom, here come cryptocurrency. And you're probably going to see gold and silver go behind it. I'm not sure why gold and silver hasn't done it. So, ladies and gentlemen, this whole episode is about, as people now are throwing away tech stocks and picking up travel, start to look at tech. And it's the same concept last year. Everybody was throwing away travel, picking up tech. Guess what happened? Everybody's rotating out. You need to be rotating in. Oh, we do got people live. Robert Reed, what's going on, Robert Reed? Robert Reed said he's heavy into Delta. I don't know where you're checking in, Robert Reed. Miss Bernice Abram says, thank you. No problem, no problem. So, I wasn't expecting nobody to be on here this time of night, but I am. And I'm glad that, you guys and girls are tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, comment, and share button. We are live on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Follow us on all those platforms as well. But this is just a live little episode, something that I want to do. I didn't really, I was up doing some late nights reading and studying, and I thought that I'll just go ahead and pick up on stuff. So as you see, as we're pumping out these stimulus checks, you're seeing cryptocurrency start to take off. And also you are seeing people, as everybody's throwing away their tech and picking up travel, now is the time to consider rolling out of travel and to look into tech. Not saying you should sell everything and travel, but look at Southwest Airlines. It's about at the point that it was before the market crash last year. It's Southwest airline stocks are they have pretty much about to the point they were before the pandemic hit. Now you're seeing tech go on sale. This one I will start to rotate and start to look into tech if I have cash. All these tech companies and NASDAQ that is just getting slaughtered this last month. That's where I'm looking. So like what I can't even say his name. Ali, he said, why are we awake at 3:45 a.m.? That is true. I was not expecting nobody to be here, here to talk about Bitcoin and stocks and things like that. But I definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in. A1 Get Some says, howdy, Prince. Hey, what's going on, A1 Get Some? And Robert Reed said, I stacked up on gold and silver. Yes, I think that people will run to gold and silver and cryptocurrencies as we become more irresponsible as a country, where, people I don't even know why people even track the debt. Debt don't mean anything. It's obvious Congress is not concerned about the debt. So with interest rates so low, with us pumping in, interest rates are so low, we're pumping so much money into people's pockets. Now we're worried about inflation. We got bond yields trying to shoot through the roof and slam on tech. You're seeing so much go on that we have these monetary policies by Jerome Powell, that he's trying to control all of this, because we're coming out of a pandemic. We have lower interest rates to where you really can't lower interest rates anymore. You are pretty much making money easy to lend. You're stimulating the economy by throwing money in people's pockets. What do you think is going to happen in the long term? Can we keep surviving like this? I even saw some people talking about they want to give people money every month until we get the economy back up. Where is this money coming from? Nobody cares. So I think as we do things like that, people will look more into gold and silver and cryptocurrencies because you have a lot of people out there who are trying to preserve their capital. The wealth in America is looking to preserve their capital. They're not overly concerned with growing, they're more concerned with preserving. As people get older and the wealthier they become, the more they try to preserve capital. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't want to be here too long with you guys and girls tonight or early morning. Good morning to everybody around the globe. But I wanted to put this up. And Chuck is chilling. He's out there in California. He said it's late as well, and I'm woke. I'm surprised everybody's up for this late night show. I thought I was going to get in here and get out, and nobody was going to even know I even existed. But y'all are here, and I definitely appreciate it. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the whole concept is what I'm saying is that last year, everybody threw away travel stocks. They threw away airlines. They threw away Six Flags and Disney, and they picked up tech. They picked up Apple and Tesla. So now you're looking at from last March to this March, you're looking at Tesla. I mean, you're looking at all these travel stocks. They're booming now. So if you had those things last season, you were doing very good this season. Now I look at this year, everybody's running to travel, but they're throwing away tech. So last year, it was a good time to roll into travel. Now it's opportunities are presenting themselves in tech. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and children of all ages, I thank you guys for tuning in to this late night episode. Hopefully you took something away from it. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, comment, and share button. And until the next video, podcast, cartoon, or whatever else crazy you see me do around the globe, peace, be safe. I'm out. Thank you.